Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars in our Nova Roma series. We have our first colonists on the way, everybody. This is our first dome. Drones are still quite busy getting it ready, but it will be done by the time the colonists arrive. And then we have another rocket, a cargo rocket, right behind them. Let's actually give our research, I guess you can call him the research drone, something to do. But first, before anything else, we need to bring him back to charge. Now, do I see a resource deposit over here that you can look at? I don't think that's a resource. No, it's not. Got excited. But there might be some other resources nearby that you can still... Yep, there are. There they are. I knew they'd be here. So you're going to come over here and throw down some metal for me, buddy. Building's not working. 3. That's because there are no workers, but we're going to fix that soon. So the way this works is we're going to have 10 colonists land. And the 10 colonists are the founders. And they need to survive for, I believe, 10 days. And if they survive for 10 days, then more colonists can show up. I think that's how it works. Or maybe it's 2 weeks. But anyway, there's definitely 10 colonists, and they need to survive for a certain amount of time. All right, we can definitely see that... Oh, it's the polymers that we're low on. That's why the open-air gym is not done yet. However, everything else is pretty much ready. It looks like we've got concrete in place here as well. So yeah, we've got everything we need for everything else. I'm okay with the open-air gym taking a while longer. We're going to have that ready to go as soon as... the second rocket lands, and we're going to get a polymer factory set up from that second rocket so that polymers can continue to be supplied. Plus, having that metal extractor down is going to be very, very handy. All right, so the buildings not working are all here. Everything else is in good shape. Everything else is being well maintained. Let's take a quick look at our surpluses. We don't have much of a power surplus anymore. So, the one thing I will go ahead and do, just to be safe, because I'm a little nervous about the nighttime power situation, especially since the colonists are going to be in orbit any minute now. Let's go ahead and have some more power accumulators right here. And what do they require? Of course they require polymers. Of course they do. So we're probably going to have to land the supply rocket over here to where they can be built a little faster. And these guys are bringing concrete in, but because we don't have the polymer until these guys arrive. Okay. So the supply rocket here, this is our supply rocket, right? It's bringing several items of great import. So let me go ahead and land this one right where the first one landed. I really wish that the... Yeah, you're going to land in the exact original spot. Hang on, let me check the controls option really quickly because I'm getting tired of... Let's see. Oh, is there no way to change it? Yeah, the middle mouse button causes the... Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to live with it. Every time I want to like change the camera while I'm looking around with that thing, it'll rotate the building that I'm looking at. It's happened to me a couple of times, I'm sure you've seen. But I will go ahead and bring the colonists down too. So we're gonna have two rockets landing Falcon Heavy style at once here. We're going to pay slightly more attention to this one. So why don't we have you guys land... I'm going to have you land somewhat close to everything so that you don't have to go far. Alright, so they're going to come down right there. And we'll go to speed 2. Actually, we're on speed 3 right now, so we'll go down to speed 2. There's the first rocket coming down. We'll drop down to speed 1 while these are landing. Kind of a momentous occasion. Here comes the other one. So we made the humans wait in orbit while the supply supply rocket arrived.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
The next 10 sols will be full of difficulties and dangers, but also with great promises and opportunities. It is now to us to prove that Mars can be a doorway to greater riches and the future of the human civilization. Even the most epic adventures begin with a single step. So yeah, 10 people, 10 days. So the arrival of additional colonists temporarily suspended until colony proves able to sustain human life. Your founder colonists must survive for 10 sols before additional people can arrive. The colony will be evaluated positively before the period ends in the event the first human is born on Mars. So we either need to survive 10 days, or they need to, within 10 days, have a kid, because that's how things work. Don't ask questions, just go with it. So, if you fear you're up to the challenge, try constructing a medical building and raising the comfort of the founders as much as possible with service buildings. And here they are.
Milestone achieved. We have a power shortage.
Oh, that's great timing. That's great timing, guys. They're arriving in the middle of the night and there's no power. Hang on. Welcome to Mars, guys. Can you even get into the dome? Why is there no power? Is it because these things haven't built yet? Probably so. If I had to guess. Yeah, power shortage is pretty substantial during the night. So we're going to have to work on that as soon as possible.
Colonists have arrived.
But they can at least get inside and hopefully not suffocate immediately.
Our colonists are suffering from hypothermia.
Or that could happen. Domes feature heaters which maintain a pleasant temperature of 23 degrees Celsius. So they're already really, really cold because they've arrived in the middle of the night and there's no heat. The power's off. Welcome to Mars! We'll just see how this goes. All right, so we have 12 colonists that have arrived, not just 10. And the sun is coming up, thank God. So once the sun comes up, not only is it going to get warmer, but also look, they're bringing food off, which is rather important. We need polymers for the construction of the remaining farms. But this farm, I can go ahead and order some new crops. So let's get them to work on that so our botanists can be nice and busy. Now we have 3 colonists working the metal extractor, and we still have a bit of a power shortage. Why is that? Interesting. So even with all of this... Alright, so it looks like our power... Our other buildings are in good shape. So let's get this fixed, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble when the second night hits. Now, can I potentially... I can't put a solar panel here, can I? There's not enough room. I can put solar panels here. There we go. So if I put them here, there. Oh yeah, I know. The game's screaming at me because there's no power. We'll make it better though. There are lots of drones nearby that can do this relatively quickly, and we have the resources in place, so get to it. Go, 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 go. They're unloading like crazy because we need those polymers for some of the stuff in the colony. But once the new power buildings go up, we can also prioritize these to make them say, hey, get on this, guys. This is kind of important. We kind of need this yesterday. Matter of fact, I'm going to prioritize the turbines above everything else. Well, at the same level of everything else. We're going to worry about the power lines later, is what I mean. Okay, so now they know they need to bring stuff to those. Buildings with depleted deposits. Okay, concrete extractor is done. That's fine. All right, let's take a look at our power shortage situation. As soon as that comes back online, we should be okay. There we go. Power surplus. Dome is alive. Colonists no longer dying. And our power accumulators are going to start storing up as well. Now, the only thing is, we would really do well to have these come online during the day as well, just to help us accumulate as much power as possible during the night to where this doesn't continue. Let's go ahead and salvage this building. We'll get some metal back and a machine part from salvaging this. All right, that concrete extractor is now defunct. We need to establish a second concrete extractor. As discussed, I will go ahead and do one near the dome. Well, that was a disaster narrowly averted. Okay, let's see. So the concrete extractor is in range. Yeah, it's totally in range. So the drones will be able to control everything that comes out of this thing as needed. So they're going to build it right now. It looks like Phoenix 2. Oh, it's already been refueled. Check that out. That was fast. So this rocket is ready to go. We can go ahead and send it off if we'd like. there's nothing else on it, so yeah. See you later, buddy. Thanks for the supplies. And now let's take a quick look. Now we do still have a power shortage, unfortunately. So let's take a quick look at how our power storage is looking overall. Stored power. Yeah, this is not going to last the night. Or it might. Might.
Resources are low.
Yeah, polymers are low, so we're going to need to build that polymer factory now. We do have the polymer factory here. And we can build some additional factories inside the dome once we decide that that's what we want to do. But for now, I just want to have this polymer factory set up so that it can be worked by the colonists. And we can have a source of polymers. Wouldn't it be funny if the polymer factory required polymers? I'm just kidding, that wouldn't be funny at all. We also need machine parts, which I guess that would need to be something that I put in the colony. So we might need to go ahead and order another rocket to bring us some polymers and machine parts until we're fully self-sufficient with these.
Cable fault reported.
Oh, hello. Where's the cable fault?
Sector scanned.
Oh, it's a cable fault in the brand new cable. Wow. Great job, guys. Better quality cable next time, maybe. Alright, so we don't have any workers, unfortunately, for the polymer factory at the moment. So we're not going to be self-sufficient. We are going to have to order more polymers the old-fashioned way. But that's okay. We can manage that. Let's go ahead and go for a cargo rocket. We don't have a ton of funding left, and it costs a good amount to order additional polymers. We're almost out of money, too. So I'm going to try and make do with what we have. We have one polymer. I don't know. We're probably going to have to get some additional polymers somehow. Now, the machine parts factory is being worked, so we will actually be producing more machine parts, which is good. We don't want to be low on machine parts. That's essential for the maintenance of several buildings, especially power-related buildings. As you can see, wind turbines will require machine parts. Most of these buildings require machine parts. Yeah, these do too. You can actually tell that this one is starting to get pretty dusty and will need to be maintained before long. This building, however, is brand new and shiny. It's a giant dust bowl of a planet. Until we terraform it. I'm just kidding, I don't think that's a thing in this game. Probably will be one day, though. I wouldn't be surprised, given the setup of the game. Actually be able to terraform Mars. That would be cool. Hello. Did that leave a metal deposit? Did that leave a metal deposit? No, it didn't. I got really excited. All right. So you need to look up more anomalies, because there's more for you to do. So why don't you go over there, now that you're recharged. Should be headed out that direction now. Where are you? There you go. All right, so we've got a pretty good power surplus at the moment. We do have a power shortage overnight that occurs, which is fairly standard. But it looks like our power storage is holding up overnight. We didn't have any problems that last night. So we're in good shape. And we are producing machine parts. Probably not fast enough to continue to produce them, but we're off to a decent start. And you can tell how long we have in the Founder mission just by looking at the Founder stage indicator in the upper left. Alright, so now that they are no longer suffocating, let's actually take a look at the colonists. I was a little nervous when they were showing up because I was trying to make sure they didn't die as soon as they walked into their new homes. But you can see the colonists actually quite close up. We can't actually click the colonists while they're inside here. This one we can. So this is Gaston Alain. Or maybe Alain. Gaston Alain. And then let's see. And then Olaf Sheldon. Nice name. And then who's this? Clinton Dayton. Nice name. Founder, survivor, and he's a gamer. Cool. Nice to meet you, Clinton. Tara Carson. Founder, workaholic, and a vegan. Don't worry, she'll tell you. Monica Jamal, enthusiast, founder, and a nerd. Leroy Jr. Time's up. Let's do this. Ali Jackson. He's a founder, and he's fit. So all of these traits Okay, we do officially have a sexy colonist. Hang on, hang on. Where's our sexy colonist? Arlene Carson. There she is. Everybody whistle. Okay. I would have said the same thing if it was a male or female colonist, I assure you.
Discovered.
That's our sexy colonist right there. Let's see. Breakthrough discovered eternal fusion. Oh, wow. What do we have? So, fusion reactors no longer require workers and operate at 150 performance. So basically, I want a fusion reactor as soon as possible. That's what that means. All right, so we got that breakthrough. What else can we do with our researcher here? Let's zoom all the way out so that we can see more. There's only one more anomaly for us to look at. And how's your charge? It's good. Get it done. Go on out there. All right, so he's on the way right now to that new location. We do have a malfunctioning cable. Where exactly? All right, that's being worked on already, thankfully. Power shortage during the day. Really? Okay. Hold that thought. What would be the solution? Power shortage during the day. We obviously need more solar panels. Can we build solar panels on top of this thing? I don't know if we can, but let's try. I'm suddenly very curious. No, we can't. That'd be cool if we could. Besides, we don't want to build any more on top of that deposit, I don't believe. Okay, so I could do some additional solar panels over here, maybe. And I keep forgetting I can just hold down Shift. You can build as many of them in that configuration as you want. Okay, so we got 5 more solar panels on the way. And we can use this as the foundation of kind of a new, more expanded solar panel area as needed. Done. Alright, so it's going to take him a second to get that ready. And of course, that's not going to help us during... Oh, wow, check that out. There's a ton of metal waiting at that depot, so those drones just went to work. Good job, guys. This thing is going to be... These things are going to be up and going, producing power for the base before the day's over. That's exactly what we wanted. Boom. All right. Much better condition now. 7 sols left. Doing well so far. We are low on food, right as I say we're doing well. But we are, in fact, we have one more hydroponic farm now, so I'm going to go ahead and select, I'm going to order these crops to get started. And how are the crops looking here? This one is almost ready. We probably need to go ahead and order a food rocket to arrive. Let's see if we can get by without it. How much food do we have? Down to 4. Interesting. All right, there goes the last one. So the polymer factory is working, which is good to see. And we are now producing more food. We don't have workers for that 3rd tower, but that's okay. Now we're just waiting on polymers for the open-air gym. 8, specifically. So a little bit of imbalance there in how I set up that initial... Oh, we do have workers for that 3rd one. Good. New techs are available for research. Bioengineering and supportive community. Lowers the risk of colonists developing flaws after sanity breakdown. Interesting. Wow. So we can build the Martian University now. There's a one-time grant of $1 billion in funding that we can research, which we might have to look into. And then this new tech. Farms increase the comfort of all residences in the dome. Cool. So we are pretty low on food, sadly. We only have 1 botanist, I think, working this tower. So there's only a few crops being worked, but this one is almost done. And I think that food might cover them. We'll see how this goes. We're sitting at 4 food, and a significant amount of time has passed. I think we might be okay. How many botanists do we have? Let's take a look at our colonist breakdown. We have 3 botanists, 5 geologists, 4 medics. So we have probably more medics than we needed. But I wanted to make sure they could take care of themselves. It seemed like a good idea at the time, until I realized they need to feed themselves before they go to the hospital. All about priorities. Let's see, we've got... Alright, we've got a power surplus now as the solar panels are back online. And notice we didn't even come close to running out of our power accumulators. Those things are still really tall. They basically crank upward the more power is stored in them. So they're in good shape. Okay, so this guy, yeah, we need a concrete storage location over here. That's easily fixed. Yep. I love seeing that. Just watch them come to life. Now let's do a dumping site back here. Or not. How about right there? Alright, so now they're getting the RC transport's done here. But there's probably more you can do, isn't there? Yeah, there totally is. Go collect from this... Oh wait, no, you're still loading. You're still doing stuff. That's why you're here. Wait, no, you're not. What are you doing exactly? Did I already click the button absentmindedly? Yeah, that's what I did. Alright, so we need to click that. And... yeah, you can load those up and come back over here. Drop them right there. For the colonists. That'll be handy. Alright, so the machine parts that we're producing here in the dome are being used by the colonists to, or mainly by the drones, to help maintain everything in the colony. Including stuff all the way over here at the power plant, basically, if you want to call it that. We do still have a very nice water surplus. And lots of stored water. Oxygen is okay as well.
Milestone achieved.
So we produced food. Great. I had a feeling we'd be able to make that. We still are low on food, according to the game.
Pipe leak reported.
That's not good. So that means we now have a... No, we actually don't have a shortage, but we are losing some of our surplus. So let's get that fixed. Please, sir. Alright, is there anything else? Nope, nothing else to scan. And are we scanning anything right now? Yeah, scanning right there. And I can queue up... I guess we'll go ahead and scan there, 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 and there. Moving the camera around from a distance can be tough, I have to say. Sometimes you just have to zoom out and use WASD if you want to. But anyway, let's see what else we can do here. We've got 5. We're halfway through the Founders mission. And we are producing, I think, more food than we're consuming, because our food is going back up. So I think we're okay, food-wise. I think we've made it through that particular trying moment. Now, as I recall, I had some prefab buildings ready to go. Yeah, we have an electronics factory I could make here. But this requires a ton of workers. Are you ready to go? You're almost ready to go. All right, so this
Cable
rocket
reported.
will be going back very
Sector
soon.
Scanned.
Good. No resources in that sector, though. That's a shame. It's kind of a mountainside sector. I'm not terribly surprised. All right, so this guy, let's go ahead and have you just come home for now. If you hang out on that cable, please. And then you are just doing a whole lot of nothing at the moment. So how about we have you do a whole lot of something by picking up that metal and bringing it back to the colonists. Doing a good job so far. Keep at it. There's no way to automate that. You just have to kind of stay on it. Again, you are this overlord of the colony, really, and you have to make sure that those resources are supplied. How many polymers do we have? 0? Yeah, new polymers are being brought to this open-air gym as soon as they're available each time. So we're almost done building that.
Pipe leak reported.
Might have been a little bit too ambitious in getting that built as early as I did. Let's send the rocket on its way. So long. I really wish the arms would retract. That's like the one thing that's missing. Definitely power shortages at night right now. Can be solved with wind turbines or more advanced power generation techniques. One of the two. We're going to have more research options fairly soon. So yeah, we did manage to produce food, which is nice. We haven't had a Martian born yet. We have just shy of 5 days left in the founder stage of the colony's life. Okay, solar panels just went up. We have a very nice power surplus during the day. And see, look at these things. Right now, our power situation is really good because our power storage maintains the colony during the night in an incomparable way. Tell you what, there's a... What's the range on that thing? Yeah, it's not far enough. I need to put another drone commander down, but I would love to be able to harvest this metal out here. That's a metal deposit right there, metal deposit right there. Those are not metal deposits, but we're still low on machine parts, I would imagine, simply because we need to maintain all of our buildings. We've got a fairly complicated operation going at this point, so we need to make sure we have enough to continue to support all of these moving parts in the entire colony.
For the first time,
here we
a
go!
human has been born on Mars. It's truly a unique miracle.
The colonists have always felt like a family, but what makes the family stronger and more united is the promise of new life and better future. Yeah, if that's what you're calling it on Mars. We have truly been blessed with a rewarding responsibility to carry the torch of hope. Let this blooming of life serve as a symbol for all humans. Mars is no longer a dead world. The colony has been evaluated positively. Additional colonists can be called from Earth. But before we do that, well, first I'm going to stop this episode here, but we definitely need to arrange for probably a new dome to be built, like right over here. It's good that these resource locations are so close by, because the new dome will be within traveling range of the first dome, which is kind of important. You want to be able to walk from one dome to the other with the current setup. I don't know if eventually you'll be able to add tunnels between them. I imagine you will. I'm guessing, yeah, all these are unknown, so I don't really know what my options are going to be, but the research tree is massive. I mean, well, I guess it stops there, but I mean, there's so many options, so many more than I've researched so far. So I'm assuming eventually we'll be able to connect them, but for now, we need to have the ability for colonists from one dome to travel to the other. And that's our source of money right there, those rare metals. So we're going to need to build a second dome before we call our second set of colonists down. And we're going to need to have additional resources to support them, including power, water, food, all the above. But then those resources right there will help us make more money, which will help us continue to order the stuff that we need. So I will probably use some of the last money that I have to build up a little bit of a backstock on polymers and machine parts. And then we will go ahead and start building everything we need for our second set of colonists on Mars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.